My name is Schipperus from VMware, and with me is Johan from Amersfoort. Welcome.
Thanks, man.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Dude, VMworld Day 2. It's been insane. So already, the first day, we saw a lot of sessions. Both simu-live sessions, so the sessions that you have to register for a session to actually watch it. But also a lot of on-demand sessions are already available. And I watched a ton of sessions already. So of course the keynote, but also a couple of really cool breakout sessions. Yeah, learned a lot already. So I think what we're going to do in this video is kind of sum up some of the things that were announced and some of the things that were highlighted. How's your VMworld so far?
So VMworld was great so far. A lot of announcements, a lot of stuff about the multi-cloud, but also end-user computing. So what are the subjects you want to talk about today?
So I got a couple of topics that I'd like to cover. So the first really awesome announcement is around a new, I think it's like a packaging, but of Workspace One called Workspace One Employee Essentials, and that has a strong focus on employee first. So employee enrollment and employee satisfaction in general, and it basically includes, our trusted tool, the Workspace One Intelligent Hub, including the versions of iOS, Android, macOS, Windows 10, so the native apps, as well as a web browser client, and it contains all hub services. So the unified app catalog that brings all the applications together, notification services for HR and IT services and communication that you can link to it. We got the self-service stuff for employee access to FAQs, KB articles, stuff like that. Integrated directory lookup is integrated in that in the catalog as well. It is fully customizable, color schemes, logos, stuff like that. What's really cool is that you can now add a custom tab to the Intelligent Hub. For instance, if you have like an internet page or you have a self-service page for IT, stuff like that can be integrated in a dedicated tab. One of the things that's really cool is Ava. That's not new, but Ava is the personal assistant that's integrated in the Intelligent Hub that can be used for ordering devices or creating tickets in your IT system, and it's fully customizable, and it's based on IBM Watson, and that's also part of this offering. And of course the whole, and that's one of the things that I'm most enthusiastic about, is the employee onboarding stuff. So day zero onboarding, someone just signed a contract, and as soon as they did that, have done that, they'll get an invite based on a magic link, sign into Workspace One, and from that moment on, they'll have like a whole storyline to follow in terms of watching introductory videos, ordering hardware like a laptop and a phone, and the whole process is fully orchestrated, but also really has a great employee experience. So even people that are not tech savvy are still able to follow the whole onboarding process, and that's really awesome. So that's completely, I think it's completely offered in a separate bundle, and it also includes obviously Workspace One Access, including, and that's really cool, the tunnel and the UAG. So even if you have like applications running on-prem, or you want to offer like already a secure manner of or a secure way of working, Workspace One Tunnel and UAG can be combined to provide secure access to company resources. So that's the first thing that's really cool. One of the sessions that I watched this VMworld is really awesome, is the integration of UEM, so Unified Access, Unified Endpoint Management, and DEM, the solution formerly known as UEM. Yes. But yeah, DEM is the Dynamic Environment Manager, and DEM is being has been configured or has been changed a bit, so it's now available for UEM as well. So imagine you have a physical Windows 10 device, and you want to deliver an application to that device. With UEM, it's not really possible to alter or to configure an application during the first install, or as soon as an application is started. With the integration with DEM, it will now be possible to add application-related profiles and policies into the application, and the same with customizable user stuff. So if you have, I don't know, a user setting that you want to alter, or you can now do that through DEM. What's really cool is that it's one of the first solutions that you now see being integrated from the Workspace One side of things and the Horizon side of things. So that's really cool. I think, as we all know, Windows 11 was released.
Yes, yesterday. Yes.
On the 5th of October.
Do you already have it?
I don't. But it's I think, it basically looks like Windows 10. It's almost the same, right?
Yeah, it is.
But still, there's I can imagine for customers who need to upgrade to Windows 11, TPM. So the hardware chip you use for security reasons is required to have a TPM chip. And what's really cool is that Windows 11 is already it's ready to run Workspace One on, or vice versa. So Workspace One is capable of managing Windows 11 devices. And through Workspace One Intelligence, it's now possible to first of all check if an organization is ready. So you can run a readiness automation process to check what devices within an organization are basically ready to run Windows 11 already, or can be upgraded. And the second thing that's really cool is that you could use Workspace One Intelligence to create dashboards and widgets to check, on a real-time basis, what devices are capable of running Windows 11. So you, as an IT department, you're basically in control over that upgrade process. So that's really cool as well. If you want to know more about the Windows 11 readiness stuff, there's a really cool article on TechZone that completely covers it.
Yeah. And I think you can also get it from the cloud. So AVS is already ready. So if you take it from Azure or from a Google engine, it's already possible to consume those desktops from a Windows 11 perspective. So that's great too. Yeah,
that's really cool. And one last thing I wanted to definitely cover in this session is another example of Workspace One and Horizon coming together. And that's Workspace One Assist, which is fully supported on Horizon as well. So Workspace One Assist is a great tool if you want to, as an IT department, remotely support an end user, because you're capable of remotely signing into or shadowing basically a device. But now that being able or being available for Horizon as well, you can basically manage or remotely support your complete estate, not just your physical devices, but now your virtual desktops as well, instead of having to use separate solutions to do so. Again, I think it's a great example of how, let's call it the modern management or the modern EUC solutions are slowly, converging into the traditional solutions as well. And I'm definitely looking forward to hear what Sean Bass is going to announce in the second keynote. So the showcase keynote for that opens the VDI Discover track, or the vDiscover track.
Yeah, okay. So the vDiscover track is going to be opened on the last day. What is the track about?
Yeah, so the vDiscover track basically focuses on, let's call it quote, air quote, the traditional side of end user computing. So it's focusing on virtual desktops, application delivery, and it's still one of the, the core solutions of almost every end user computing deployment. That track focuses on the traditional side, and there are a couple of really awesome sessions. So like I mentioned, Sean Bass is going to open that, or like you mentioned, Sean Bass is going to open that. Then I got two sessions which I'm really excited about. The first one is called Back to Our Future, a community roundtable on the VDI admin role development. And what's really cool is that it features one of my colleagues, Maarten Kous, amongst Joris Adriaanse, Ron Oglesby, and Brian Madden. And the second session I'm really enthusiastic about is a virtual desktop migration, the real story behind an admin's move to Horizon, which basically covers a migration scenario and what types of scenarios exist, because moving towards Horizon is not like there's not a single methodology to follow, and then suddenly you have a successful migration. So I'm really enthusiastic and interesting to see and to hear from someone from VMware, but also a customer called Centuria Health, who have finalized that migration, and probably going to share some caveats and lessons learned. And finally, and that's really cool, is my own session is gonna one of my own sessions is gonna be starting as well. So it's the VDI Nerdfest demo, and demos that basically make the admin role. And that's the first edition will start today, and I think it's going to be repeated in the different time zones. So a busy last day of VMworld, and but a really cool one.
Yeah, so still a lot to be covered, and still a lot for our customers and our partners to be looking forward to.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you, Johan, for having us. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.